Good morning. When I first started this channel a few years back, I created this channel because I wanted to be able to share with people, with you, what I've spent the last 20 years of my life building, practicing, learning, performing, teaching. And when I started on YouTube, I needed to create a mission statement for my new company and for the work I was doing on here. And my mission statement that I came up with, which felt and feels very in tune with my values, was that I want to teach people, or I want to help people learn how to move and live with more power, freedom, and flow. Power, freedom, and flow. And the last few years of my life have been like so many of our lives with COVID and everything happening in this crazy world of ours. They've been pretty intense in many ways. And a lot of that because of choices that I've made. And a lot of that because of the world. And in that process of dealing with this world we live in, having a new family, a wife, a daughter, having moved back from being a touring acrobat to living in California and owning a home as COVID struck and my career disintegrated overnight, I gave up in some ways a lot of that freedom and flow. And I kept working toward the power side of that, but forgetting and not realizing consciously how much I was doing that and how much I was losing my connection to softness. And I had a dream this morning that I just woke up from at 6 o'clock in the morning here at our friend's house in the countryside in France. And in that dream, I was back in a workshop with my dear friend and mentor, Bruno Caverna. He's a brilliant capoeira, acrobat, dancer, play fight, mover, just a wonderful, wonderful man. And Bruno, in all the years that I worked with him, he talks a lot about being soft and strong, soft and strong, soft and strong. And I've lost a lot of that soft. And a lot of that has to do with my life and things that have happened to me and choices I've made. But a lot of that also has to do with this, with social media, with YouTube and Instagram, with wanting to share what I love in a context where six packs and big muscles and perfectly taken photos with the light hitting your body at the right angle, that's what sells. And I never had any desire, and I don't have any desire to have a huge following on social media. What I do want to do is share what I believe in and what I've learned and what I'm excited about, and to be able to support my family and feel proud of what I do. And if I'm totally honest, which is my goal here, over the last few years, I've lost a bit of my integrity in the way that I share online, especially. And what I mean by that is that I have subconsciously and sometimes consciously found myself more and more willing to make the choices that will please the algorithm. And yesterday I filmed an exercise. It's a beautiful exercise that I'm really proud of, that I created, that combines a one-leg release squat into shifting the pelvis backwards and then extending and then into a one-leg reaching squat. It's this beautiful exercise that I created specifically working towards a goal with my client Anirudh in India, an amazing guy I've been working with for a few years. And I filmed myself doing that exercise, and I saw it, and I'm in France right now eating a lot of bread and butter and cheese and sausage and drinking wine, and I don't have a six-pack at the moment, as you can see. And this is what I'm so afraid for you to see. is this. And this is, I'm in great shape. I'm healthy and strong. I can do amazing things with my body. But when I don't have that six-pack that I like to see on film, on camera, on screen, I feel afraid to show you what I do. And the problem is that, as I've talked about many times, especially on my Instagram live talks, it can be fun to have a six-pack. It feels nice to see yourself look that way. And in some cases, a six-pack is a sign of a healthy person, of an athlete who's strong, who's lean, who has a strong core. But working toward having a six-pack is probably one of the worst ideas you can do. It can be a fun milestone. It can be a sense of like, hey, I've been working hard, I've been moving, I've been eating well, I've lost some weight, I'm feeling strong and healthy, and look, I can see that in my body. The six-pack is a result of the movement and the health and the vitality and the athleticism. But the way we move and the way we train, for me, I don't want that to come from the quest for a six-pack. And so in allowing myself, in choosing to become a victim to the algorithm of social media, of YouTube and Instagram, I lost some of who I am. And in the way that I move, I feel that. I feel that there's a tension that I'm holding in my body, and therefore also in my mind and in my heart, that comes from wanting to be strong in order to take care of my wife and my daughter, wanting to be strong in order to inspire you to listen to me, wanting to be strong in order to surmount the obstacles that COVID and California wildfires and life has thrown at me and at my family and my community for the last few years. But the honest truth is, I'm strong enough. I really am. I like to keep working out and using my body and getting stronger. It's not that I don't want to get stronger. But if I have to choose right now between trying to get stronger or trying to get softer, it's an obvious choice for me. What I need in my life to be stronger for my wife and my daughter and myself is actually to be softer. What I need, I believe, to share with you through YouTube and Instagram, the tools and skills and lessons that I've learned over 20, 25 years of movement practice, traveling the world, learning from and with some of the greatest movers on the planet, is not to focus on strength. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to be showing plenty of exercises of how to get stronger. I love using the body. I love athleticism. I love feeling that animal movement. But, here I am. I don't know if you'll see it from here. Let's see. We're at our friend Clara's ranch here. Let's see, where are they? It won't let me zoom on the front camera. Back there, right there, those are horses. There's a troop of 5 horses that Clara owns. And this morning I woke up from the stream and I came out here into the field, and I was moving very softly and just walking and breathing and meditating and seeing how much I could just relax that holding that I've been doing so much lately. And as I came around here, the horses are 200 meters away. And as I came to this side of the pasture by this beautiful tree behind me and I was moving, I looked over and this big, white, gorgeous, strong horse galloped across the field to the barrier about halfway between me and him, and he looked at me and he just watched. And then the other 4 horses ran over, and I had 5 horses just staring at me as I just danced. And I just moved and breathed and tried to feel that gentle wind in the field softening my body, searching for softness. And for a few minutes, these 5 horses just stared at me, and then suddenly all 5 of them would run around in a circle and then just come back into stillness. And they would just look at me. And I would move and dance and breathe, and then they would run around and then come back and look at me. And as I watched them move, as I always am, I was so touched and inspired by what Bruno would call soft and strong, and what in my work I decided was my mission statement: power, freedom, and flow. And these horses, they weigh like, at least 800 kilograms or something. It's insane. They're these huge, powerful beasts. Horses are some of the most powerful creatures that exist on Earth. But if you watch them walk, they do not ever, ever contract a single muscle that they don't need to. As they walk, you see the back of their pelvis, their hips, swinging back and forth. That's why we always see that tail of the horse swooping back and forth as they walk. We humans, in trying to have strength and power like a horse, we tighten everything. We hold on. We hold our breath. But that's not where power comes from. True power does not come from grabbing and holding and contracting. It comes from knowing when to hold and when to release, when to contract and when to let go and move and flow. It comes from knowing when to breathe, how to breathe, and how to listen. And I can say that for myself, the last few years, I haven't listened as well as I would like to. I haven't listened as well to, I don't know if you can hear these birds chirping and the crickets. I haven't listened as well to my amazing wife, Prune, and my daughter. I haven't listened as well to myself and my own body. And so it's time for me to start a new chapter today. And I hesitated if I should make a video because so much of what I think has contributed to me losing a bit of my connection to some of my strongest values is the crazy trap of social media, wanting to share things online about my personal quest, my journey, and my own values. But as much as it's important for me to keep part of my life private and to have a practice that does not include a camera also, I am a teacher. This is what I love to do. I love to share and guide. I love to explore with people. I'm a teacher and a student at the same time. And it's time for me to come back and search for softness. So that's the beginning of this next chapter of my life and my work. And I'll be sharing a lot more of that on here. I'll still be helping you get strong if that's what you're after. But we're going to look for soft and strong. We're going to look for power, freedom, and flow. So I hope you'll join me. I'm excited about this next part of my journey as a mover and as a teacher. And I'm excited to share with you not just the parts that look best, that are polished and perfect, but also that journey along the way. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions, and I'll see you very soon.